Ms. Joan Pereira.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I thank our Finance Minister for his vision and boldness to take the necessary steps to ensure that our generation and the generations after us would continue to grow and benefit from the prudence and pragmatic approach taken up in drawing up Budget 2018. I also note that the Minister and his ministry are putting in a lot of effort in communicating his ideas and the rationale in his decisions through various channels to engage our people. As we grow our economy and meet the challenges ahead, there will be demand for more skilled manpower. I see a growing pool of retirees whom we should look to rely on as a good source to meet our skilled manpower needs. Many of our retirees are healthy, well-educated, well-informed, and with good work ethos. I would like to suggest that we consider giving these retirees a second chance, a second career, if they wish to return to the workforce. For example, an accountant may have a passion to teach preschoolers, or an engineer a passion in the nursing profession. With more childcare and healthcare facilities being built, we definitely need extra manpower. For some of our retirees, it is not always about the money. Rather, it is about doing the things that they have always wanted to do and are prepared to be retrained to take on this new career. Let me share this experience of one of my residents, Madam Maureen Tan, aged 69, living in Strathmore Avenue. Madam Tan used to work as the personal assistant to the regional head of credit risk department in a bank and had always cared for her grandchildren and babysit her neighbors' children whenever she had the time. After her retirement, she became a full-time caregiver to her 2 grandchildren. Her neighbors knew she doted on children and would occasionally ask her to babysit for them when they had errands to run. Maureen has always obliged, as she loves children very much. Last year, Maureen approached the Henderson Dawson PCF Childcare Centre at her block to volunteer her services. As the teachers saw a gem in her who had so much love for the children, the centre offered her a job, and she readily took up the offer. She now interacts with the children, plays with them, keeps them comfortable, and gives them all the love and tender care, like how she cared for her grandchildren when they were young. She also assists in the overall maintenance and hygiene of the centre, including sanitizing the play equipment and kitchen utensils. Maureen has been working in the Henderson Dawson PCF Childcare Centre since February 2017 and enjoying every day of it. At 69 years old today, she's healthy, experienced, and committed. She sees her work with PCF as a second career. She will be very happy if she can be offered a career path so that she can develop herself. So, I hope the government offers retirees like Madam Maureen Tan a second career and develop a career path for them, just like any young applicant. If they are prepared to take the flight to a new beginning, then let us offer them the conversion training and be the wind beneath their wings. I now turn to the subject of building a livable city and a smart nation. Thus far, we have done well. We have done much to make our home a truly livable city, from having a strong economy, building good infrastructure ranging from affordable housing, healthcare, and education institutions to a whole host of other amenities. Our elderly, the generation of baby boomers born in the 1940s to 50s, and among them a good number belong to the group who missed formal education, were working in manual work, and are somewhat struggling to understand and keep up with the new digital age. It's a vicious cycle where, because they were doing harsh manual work, it took a toll on their health. Because they weren't earning much, they don't have the luxury to afford many things, and they lead a Spartan life. Some don't have good family support and have to fend for themselves. In my Henderson-Dawson ward, many of them I meet enjoy walking around the neighborhood parks, chatting with neighbors at the void decks or markets, in the coffee shops, or visit the community centers and senior activity centers to socialize and enjoy the livable city. And that is good. But more can be done for them in our Smart Nation journey. All the talk about the digital age, the information age, frightens some of them. These residents are just spectators in the high-speed world of information, connectivity through smartphones, smart TV, iPads, chat apps, QR codes, e-banking. Our CCs and SACs have been running computer classes and given many of them hands-on opportunity to touch and navigate through the www. But without the chance to keep using their newfound skills, they will soon forget what they have learned. Therefore, I would like to ask the government to consider allocating financial resources to look into how we can install some form of IT or computer system for the elderly in our rental units, just like the installation of fire alarms in these homes. They don't need a desktop with a big gigabyte or a high-speed broadband, but just a simple screen, keyboard, a mouse for them to also be on the go. At the CC or library, there are silver internet hotspots, but the operating hours may not suit their time schedule. Plus, mobility may be an issue for some. Seniors need their own time and space to tinker and learn at their own pace and in the comfort of their own homes. I fully empathize with this group in helping them to get into the digital age. It would also help to bring them closer to the younger generation. This may be their children, their grandchildren. They can talk to them about some basics of the Internet of Things. The key is that the seniors would not be alienated. In fact, getting them on board would help them better engage and participate on the various government initiatives. For example, they can gain access to health information and be empowered to care for themselves or their spouse. On this important topic of communication, I would like to suggest that one way to get the public engaged is to have interactive questions put forth to them, just as it is done in the National Geographic program Do or Die episodes on cable TV. In the show, they will pose a set of 3 questions for viewers to think what would be the correct answer. For example, real-life freak accidents are shown with morbid 3D graphics. There are episodes which even captured real phone calls, so you can hear what fear and anxiety sounds like. Then the viewer is given a choice of 3 possible options, 2 of which result in death or serious injury. One initiative I have in mind for Do or Die show is for our SG Secure. We can play out the scenario of a major fire catastrophe, sudden cardiac arrest, or choking incident. After watching the show, I believe what is learned in a fun and audiovisual way is likely to stay in the mind. The lessons learned will enhance and contribute to our total defense strategy. I wrap up on a very hopeful note. I'm pleased that my request last year for a continuum of service for the elderly will now be a reality. with the move of senior-related social support services from the Ministry of Family and Social Development to the Ministry of Health from April to streamline care for the elderly. I had also recently asked for a review of the nomenclature for ElderShield in my senior motion speech in the last Parliament sitting, and I'm hopeful that this too could be done following their review. Therefore, I hope my suggestions for a second career for retirees, the Silver Computer Scheme, and the very engaging and interactive TV platform to engage our citizens will be given consideration. One is never too old to dream another dream and make that come true. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I support the budget. Thank you.